So here's a subject that absolutely fascinates me. Why don't we always act in our best interests? You know, if we act, we all know that we should eat healthily and exercise. Why don't we do it? What is it about our psychology that means that we shoot ourselves in the foot all the time? You know, how many days have we had, I had, that you come in, why didn't I make those sales calls? Why did I procrastinate about writing that piece of work up? Why did I get distracted in doing some low value stuff instead of doing what I really intended to do that day? You would think it makes logical sense that we would always act in our own best interests. We would always do the things that put money in our pockets and help us all out and make us healthy, right? But we all know that we don't. So, but here's the thing, you see, our brain is not designed to make us happy. It's not designed to help us move forward within our business. That's not what it's there for. You know, it was designed a long time ago, and it is designed to keep us alive, keep us safe, and preserve energy. That's really what its core instinct is. And like looking at food, for example, it's programmed to crave fat and salt, because in the, you know, out in the prairie, or you know, on the out in the jungle or whatever, there's not much fat and salt, so whenever it gets it, it's like craves it, gets more, which is why we have to rewire that to eat healthily in the modern age, because actually now fat and salt is cheap and easy to produce and right out there and in your face all the time. But thinking about, you know, why didn't I make those sales calls? Well, your brain is there to keep you safe. And if you think that your brain, those sales calls, you might get rejected, someone might tell you to bugger off or something like that, or it could go horribly wrong, then your brain will go, no, we're not having any of that. Let's keep you safe. Oh, look, fluffy kittens on the internet. Let's do that instead. And it'll distract us from doing what we really need to do, because it's trying to keep us safe. It's trying to keep us in our cave, as it were, trying to keep us safe from saber-toothed tigers. You see, the modern version of saber-toothed tigers is rejection, or people judging us and things like that. You know, why didn't I make that social media video? Because I don't always make them exactly when I want to, when I intend to. You know, maybe that day my brain was fearing the inner critic, that people would watch my video and judge me and all that kind of stuff. And I managed to get over it today, which is great. But why don't we do that? And that's why. So we really need to think about our brain, think about how it's wired, and then make allowances and rewire it in that way, so that we have to force it to act in our best interests and not in its instinctive way. And do you know what? I've had a coach for 6-7 years now. If I'm honest with you, I don't know how people without a coach do it. I think how does somebody, maybe there's just no awareness. Maybe you're still working on instincts and you don't realise, and because I'm more in that field, I'm more hyper aware of it. But to try and overcome the psychology and the instincts of the brain, it needs that third party that's going to ask you those questions and change the way that you think and challenge your behaviour. And you know, I think that it's absolutely essential for everybody. And you know, if you're watching this video and you think that's something that is of interest to you, then just get in touch, pop me a comment or a private message or something, we have a chat. Thanks for listening. See you next time.